transition. It is play-in night tonight. Go ahead.
The Heat Invitational?
Okay.
The Miami Heat are in this thing every single year. It's almost like as if the NBA designed the play-in with Pat Riley's squad in mind. They're going to be in it every single year.
The Heat are to the play-in of what the Clippers were to the lottery years ago.
The Heat are to the play-in what the Kansas City Chiefs are to the AFC Championship game.
Oh, my God.
Every single year. You have a residency in the play-in. Like, we usually talk about stars having a residency in Vegas. No. The Miami Heat have a residency in the play-in. Hey, in the undercard for it is DJ Khaled, who's going to be courtside.
Yes, it was another one this year.
Another one.
Can I ask you guys a serious question as sports fans and to the audience as well? Every single Heat fan I know wants them to lose tonight because they think, rightfully so, that they're playing the Hornets. They think this team is going nowhere. It's an elimination game tonight. Do you have an ability as a sports fan to root against your team even if it's in their best interest? Because I cannot root against the Heat tonight. I will root for them thinking, well, if they win tonight and they go on the road, they could play Orlando and Philly. You know, Detroit doesn't have the playoff.
So you don't want a shot at a lottery pick?
I want a shot at a lottery pick, but I can't root against. I can't sit there tonight and watch my team play in the playoffs and root against them.
But you have no chance at being able to win if you do get in the playoffs.
I agree with that, but I can't root against. Could you watch a game for one of your teams? Giants have been in this spot, right, where draft positioning was more important than the game they were playing late in the season. Could you openly root, if you were going to sit down, and obviously our job is with football is to watch everything.
Yeah.
But can you sit down if you were watching a just standalone game and root against the Giants?
Okay, so hot take. There have been times where I've been watching my teams play, and I'm hoping that it gets bad enough where ownership will decide that they need to make changes. Because you don't want to be in the gray in sports. It's the worst place to be is in the middle. You don't want to be on the treadmill of mediocrity. So the hope is that it becomes clear and obvious, that it becomes painfully evident that we have to change the way that we've been doing business. And if you're the Miami Heat, you have to change how you've been doing things. You've held up this moniker of Heat culture, and what has it gotten you?
2 finals appearances recently, but not a title.
That's great.
Not a title.
That's great. 2 finals appearances. That's great. Hang the banners. Congratulations.
Yeah.
For an organization that prides itself on being championship caliber,
yes.
I'm pretty sure that appearing in the finals ain't good enough.
Yeah, that's not for every franchise. What you just said is fair for that franchise because they do. It's championship or bust every year, no matter what. So when it's not a championship,
but you have no real chance at winning a championship. 100%. That's the problem.
But I can't root against my team. Can you guys root against your team if it's in the best interest of the franchise, Vegas East?
As a Giant fan, I've tried and I can't.
You can't do it.
No, I get caught up in the moment and get angry when they lose a game that they probably should have lost.
A part of being a Philly sports fan is rooting against your team, so I'm pretty sure it comes natural for Cam and Pat.
No, we just self-loathe, but when they're actually playing, I cannot bring myself to root against them winning.
Pat?
Yeah, I don't really care if the Sixers win or lose.
I wasn't just talking about the Sixers.
I mean, it applies.
Come on, Pat.
But they're the only ones where I'm like, yeah, I don't really care.
That's not a fair one. Why? If it was better, if it was the best in the best interest of the Eagles to lose a game late in the season for draft positioning, would you root against them?
No, that's why it's only the Sixers. Okay, that's my point. I'm not rooting against anyone else. But if the Sixers lose, it's like, well, you kind of deserve it.
They've beaten the fandom out of
I mean, seriously.
I saw a list of Joel Embiid's injuries that he's had going into the play-in / playoffs since 2018. It is remarkable how many different ways this guy has been banged up over the course of his career.
It's legitimately sad.
It is.
The 2 play-in games tonight, obviously Miami and Charlotte and Portland and Phoenix. The NBA playoffs on ESPN Radio. Tune into Play in Action tonight, presented by Gusto. Coverage begins 7 p.m. Eastern on most ESPN radio stations in the ESPN app. I am curious, by the way, is CeCe in the norm on this? Because he says he can root against his team. 888-SAY-ESPN, 888-729-3776. Can you root against your own team if it's in the best interest of them?
Is it rooting against the team or rooting for the team? See, you're saying
in the moment you're rooting against the team.
I just want it to be bad enough where it's obvious that what they're doing isn't working.
Well, how does it get bad enough? By winning?
Well, exactly. I'm rooting for the long-term interests of my team.
What's going on here, Nuno? He's worried about his key card not working with the Giants?
I'm rooting for the long-term interest of my team.
He just said he's rooting against them in that spot. Nuno, help.
No, Canty will root for what's in the best interest at that moment. Like, that's why he invented the Canty can't lose, right?
Exactly.
Like, it's that. It's
exactly
always hedge
that.
the bet. Like,
It's not hedging if I know the path that they're on is going to lead to more losing.
888-SAY-ESPN, 888-729-3776. Can you root against your team, as everyone thinks I should tonight, with Miami against Charlotte? We will get to calls on that, plus talk about the NBA postseason and apply today. Along with Chris Canty, Smalls off today, Evan Cohen with you. Yes, G. Bouchard, one of the many guests on the show this week, the most eclectic guest week I think we've ever had, including today, where we are very excited for many of our guests. Adam Schefter will join us in studio at 7 a.m. Eastern Time. Gabriela Jaquez, fifth pick in the WNBA draft last night by the Chicago Sky, as well as national champion at UCLA, Cody Rhodes, in studio leading up to WrestleMania later on, and TJ and O'Shea from the No Contest Wrestling podcast. And we are looking forward to all of the guests today. Good morning, CC. What a day for Pat Costello yesterday.
What a day for Pat Costello yesterday. Also a big day for our show. Shout out to Magic Johnson, giving USL a shout out. He gets up every morning at 4 o'clock to watch us on the left coast. Magic Johnson is one of my childhood heroes. I am a diehard Lakers fan and been as much since Showtime, since Magic was doing his thing in the mid and late 80s with the franchise. I couldn't believe that he gave us a shout out. I still can't believe he knows who I am.
Oh, he knows everything about you.
I know. It's like a lifetime achievement unlocked. The fact that my childhood hero actually tunes in to Unsportsmanlike to watch us do our thing each and every morning. That was a really cool moment. And shout out to Michelle Smallman, our co-host, for making it happen.
Yeah, let me give you some backstory on this because it really is amazing. So Smalls was hosting this college basketball event last night. She does every year in St. Louis, her hometown. Well, really Illinois, but St. Louis. And all of a sudden last night, we're all kind of getting ready probably to go to sleep, whatever time it was, because she was at this event. And we get a text message on the group chat. And it's a video of Magic Johnson. We're like, well, where is this coming from? And it's literally Magic Johnson not only shouting out CeCe, but I thought there was something very important in there. He specifically said, thank you for setting the example for all ex-athletes.
He did say that.
And I'm not taking shots at anyone here. I'm going to praise you. I took it as Magic saying, hey, ex-athletes, watch and listen to this guy and follow his. I just knocked your notes over, of course.
You did.
And follow his lead, because that's the person you should look forward to being like in life. I thought that was a very key point of the Magic. I don't know if we're allowed to put out a video. I don't know if it's appropriate.
Why can't we put out the video?
Oh, well, then I guess Rob's going to put out the video.
Put it on our social media channel. Why can't we? It's a shout out to our show.
Did you think, be honest, when he's going at the end, because I thought something, he was like, CeCe, I love watching you and Michelle. And then there was in my head, I was like,
"You thought he was
no way he knows my name."
Skip over
like, and the other guy.
The other guy.
I thought I was going to be the other guy. I want to know from Smalls, because he did say my name. I want to know how many. Was that the third take?
Wow,
Evan.
You know what? There's no shame in being the other guy.
I'm fine.
For years on end, Bill Parcells used to call DeMarcus Ware other guy.
What?
He used to call him other guy. No, well, he called him other guy because Sean Merriman went a few picks after him, and Sean Merriman had more sacks than DeMarcus Ware did his rookie year. So for years on end, Parcells used to call DeMarcus Ware other guy. Now, it turns out the Dallas Cowboys made the right pick because DeMarcus Ware is in the Hall of Fame. But it's no shame in being the other guy.
By the way, as long as we're going to pat ourselves on the back, I will pat ourselves on the back even more. How about at the draft last year when all of a sudden we're riding in somewhere, and I don't even remember where we were going, and CeCe's like, oh, I got a text from DeMarcus Ware. He looks, and DeMarcus Ware texted him a video of a bus with us on it.
Yes, that is correct.
So, I mean, we're just going to keep praising ourselves here and ignore the fact.
Well, it's not us praising ourselves. It's us shouting out the people that are showing us love. And I don't think there's any harm in that.
Yeah, and I thought Jeannie Bouchard, who is...
It's Magic Johnson.
Yeah. I'm aware. Yeah.
I'm just saying, when Magic Johnson gives you a shout out, this is one of the most successful athletes on the court and off the court. Like in terms of the business acumen, like he is the blueprint.
Yeah.
And he's shouting our show out and saying that we're doing it right.
That's amazing. Well,
and he's my childhood hero.
That's right. It's amazing.
That's pretty cool.
So, Michael Jordan, feel free because you're my childhood hero. But let's not ignore the fact that there was a moment there we just played coming back here from an interview we did with Jeannie Bouchard. Jeannie Bouchard is a tennis player. She was excellent as a tennis player. She's now in a pickleball league with Andre Agassi and James Blake, and there's a big event going on tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern on ESPN. And so we were talking yesterday about Pat being annoyed that a 3-year-old was brought to a concert next to him. And we just wanted to loop her into the conversation. She's fun, she's hip, she's involved in the pop culture world in addition to sports. And Nuno Miguel Barrera Teixeira de Vito gets in my ear and says, ask about the fact that Pat went alone to the concert.
Yeah.
Brilliant question by Nuno.
Outstanding question.
And then
Rubbish.
And then Jeannie Bouchard said, that's a major red flag. Pat, your thoughts on the fact that Jeannie Bouchard pummeled you yesterday?
It was a tough situation for me. I got to be honest. I don't know if there's ever any coming back from that one. Although apparently Magic Johnson does like the guy on the show who complains about stuff, which I guess could be anyone. But
yeah, that could be Pat or Nuno.
That literally is all of us.
I think it's Pat because he has the segment dedicated to him, but Nuno is known for complaining also.
Good point.
So maybe he's referencing both of them. But I'm going to say it's Pat just so he can turn around that roast from Jeannie Bouchard and end his day a little better yesterday.
So Cam is not wrong. Nuno and Pat both do a lot of complaining. The only difference is that Pat complains about things that are happening in the world, whereas Nuno complains about us.
Yes. And by us, really the two of us.
Yeah, like Nuno.
Like us,
Nuno,
you and I. Not Smalls as much.
Nuno always starts the sentence, you do this thing.
Yeah.
And that's the criticism. You do this